Hello everyone and welcome to Book Reviews by Mr. Elrod. Today we're going to be looking at David and Goliath, Underdogs, Misfits, and the Art of Battling Giants by Malcolm Gladwell. Now Malcolm Gladwell is a writer that I've been reading for several years now. I've enjoyed several of his books. Started off with Tipping Point. I've looked at What the Dog Saw, which is a collection of his essays. Now Malcolm Gladwell works for The New Yorker. Like I said, he's written several books. And to start off with, one of the things I really like about Malcolm Gladwell is the way that he writes. He writes great stories. He writes in a very narrative style. It's very easy to get into what it is that he's saying and the story that he's telling you. So it's not just stats and figures and data, but he does bring in those statistics. He does bring in data and facts in order to back up whatever it is that he's saying or whatever point it is that he's trying to get across. And in this particular book, David and Goliath, what he's looking at is ways that ordinary people, have overcome extraordinary circumstances. Now, for this particular book, after I read about 6 months ago or so, I really became convinced that just about every single high schooler in the entire country should be reading this book while they're in high school, because what it talks about is how are people able to overcome circumstances, and when you come upon an obstacle that looks maybe too difficult to overcome, what are some ways that you can go about either overcoming that or maybe even circumventing that particular problem by using some maybe out-of-the-box ideas and resources. And he tells some stories about people who have done that, and so it provides some inspiration for people who may be going through those difficult circumstances. And even if you're not in high school, a small business owner or something like that, I think it'd be a great read for because it provides some of that inspiration, realizing that not all of our circumstances are fixed, but that we can actually overcome a lot of these circumstances. Of course, I'm a teacher. He has an entire chapter on education, classroom sizes, talks about students making sure that they're matched well with the university that they go to, which I think is a conversation we need to have with our students. Not all students need to go to the biggest and the best schools because maybe they're not necessarily going to be matched well with that particular university. So let me read just a little section out of this so that you can get a feel for what it's like. And give you kind of just a taste of the way that Malcolm Gladwell writes, and maybe it'll pique your interest. So it says, David and Goliath is a book about what happens when ordinary people confront giants. By giants, I mean powerful opponents of all kinds, from armies and mighty warriors to disability, misfortune, and oppression. Each chapter tells a story of a different person, famous or unknown, ordinary or brilliant, who has faced an outsized challenge, and has been forced to respond. Should I play by the rules or follow my own instincts? Should I persevere or give up? Should I strike back or forgive? So that kind of gives you the premise of the book. It's not a very difficult read. The chapters are relatively manageable, and again, the way that he writes is such that you're really engrossed into the story, and so it goes by very quickly. So I would highly recommend David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think you'll get a lot of good things out of it. So hopefully you'll pick up the book. If you do, I hope you enjoy it, and as always, hope to see you next time.